Napheesa Collier has now flipped the switch, played victim. She is, of course, following the playbook. This is all very predictable and very boring and very tiresome. And it's going to continue, especially when she has a complicit media that is on her side. Let's talk about the latest here because I have some things to say. Curious what y'all have to say about this as well. As you can see from the Daily Mail, WNBA Civil War takes shock new twist. I think that should be shocking, but anyway, after Commissioner Cathy Engelbert hit back at Caitlin Clark claims, we talked about this in a previous video, and now that Engelbert has come out and said what she said, now lots of reports are claiming the relationship was beyond repair after Engelbert said these things and disputing Collier's account of a private conversation, and that it is Collier who was supposedly hurt and upset that Engelbert said these things, and that is why she's not going to take the next meeting. Now, there's no confirmation of the meeting being canceled, but apparently a lot of people are saying that the meeting is now canceled, and a lot of media, and I mean, I have these all right off the top of my head. Because I saw so many. I think like Yahoo Sports and maybe The Athletic and Front Office Sports and all these things are all reporting it with that in the headline that this is the meeting will be canceled because Collier is upset with Cathy Engelbert for the things she said. This is so ridiculous and boring, and when I say boring, I mean boring that it's so predictable, and they need something else. So first of all, welcome back. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. So we got to dig in and talk about this. I'm having camera issues, so you may just see some highlights here, so you don't have to stare at this screen for too long. But look, the media falls in line, is what I'm saying, and this is why I say Napheesa Collier is going to do this because she's going to get media support, and they're going to frame this breakdown and as Kathy's fault because of what she said, and that hurt Fee's feelings, and that upset her, and that's what's made the breach of trust in the relationship irreparable. Seriously, Napheesa Collier is upset about broken trust because Cathy Engelbert said, "Hold on, wait a minute, I didn't say that." I'm sorry, Napheesa Collier, who started this, now wants to play victim when the person she threw under the bus with disparaging comments from a private conversation comes out and responds and said, "Oh, no, wait, it wasn't like that." And Napheesa Collier is the hurt one. This is absolutely wild. Here's one thing I've learned about WNBA players as a whole, besides that they can't seem to play basketball to a level that people find enjoyable to watch. They cannot take responsibility for anything ever, and they never seem to have to. It is absolutely disgusting. As you can see here from Underdog WNBA. And this is what I mean. This is the type of thing I've seen from like everyone. See how it's framed? Napheesa Collier. Now I heard that's not confirmed that she's canceled it, but Napheesa Collier has canceled her meeting with Cathy Engelbert per Kendra Andrews and blah blah blah. Engelbert's news conference on Friday pretty much pushed the relationship beyond repair. So again, Napheesa Collier came out, disparaged Cathy Engelbert, made a lot of accusations about things she said in a private conversation with Napheesa Collier. Cathy Engelbert came out and said, "No, you know what? I didn't say that." And now Napheesa Collier playing victim. The WNBA has got to get its stuff together. And I will go back to where was Napheesa Collier last year with all the stuff that was happening to Caitlin Clark? No one spoke up about this. Not the players. It's not just Cathy. Look, Cathy, I've said it before, she needs to go, but I'm not also going to sit here and pretend that the players are wonderful and they are the good guys here because they aren't. Where was it? Where was this when Caitlin Clark received the treatment that she received last year? But now they want to get their money, and now they want to rewrite history and say, oh, this is all so terrible. Woe is us poor little players. Because again, look, I get the Kathy hate, man. She's as guilty as the rest. But that's my point. This is all about, as I said, rewriting history. Now we're going to play the victim by the players, knowing they're going to have the media to help spin everything in their favor. In the meantime, the players have spent the past 2 years using their voice to stop growth, to be unlikable, to hate on the new fans, accuse the new fans of all the isms, as I've said before. This league, the WNBA, this is that moment. This is that Woods moment, that Michael Jordan moment. They have this incredible opportunity to elevate the league to an entirely new level, thanks to one person and one person only, and that is Caitlin Clark. Instead, they have been petty. They have been jealous. They have been insecure. They have been entitled. They have been unlikable, and they have screwed up every single step of the way, and the league may never recover. There may not be a 2026 season, and I do not know if the WNBA can recover from no 2026 season. And by the way, players, here's the other thing that I find very interesting. I want to veer for a second because this is important too, that's something I haven't really talked about too much. There are what, 42 players in Unrivaled this year? There are 156 in the WNBA, plus there'll be more with more teams coming. It could be 200 players soon. Plus, one of the things the CBA might have is a roster that goes to 14 or 15. The rest of those players, they need to do this soon, and it'll be interesting when they do, need to wake up and understand Napheesa Collier is not their friend. Napheesa Collier is not negotiating a good faith with the WNBA in hopes of getting something for the players and the league to thrive. Napheesa Collier's interest is unrivaled, and Napheesa Collier. Stop. Players, coaches, owners, stop diminishing the greatest thing to ever happen to your league. Again, players, it's not just Kathy. Players, coaches, owners, the commissioner, yes, and the media. It is all of you. You are all guilty of trying to diminish and destroy and ignore Caitlin Clark and pretend she is not what put the WNBA on the map. You are not the good guys. Napheesa Collier is not the good guy. No more pettiness, no more jealousy, no more unlikable harpies. We want Caitlin Clark back. That is why we are here. And maybe as new players come into the league, I'm going to do a video on this. I saw a clip the other day of a bunch of young players and how they're playing, and I want to talk about because it goes to what I say for the future. That Caitlin Clark is going to. It's just going to take some time, but she's going to usher in a new era of women's basketball that can actually be enjoyable and take things to that next level. But it may never get that opportunity because of the way the current players are operating. Anyway, man, I'm going to leave it there. Let's not be fooled. Napheesa Collier is a snake in the grass just as much as Cathy Engelbert is. And do not be fooled and think, oh, it's the players, it's all the players are the good guys. The players need to get this and on, because that is not the case. I am not saying that the league, in terms of what they can give the players now with the new media rights deal, isn't more. But for me, and what I'm trying to give to you is it needs to be done in a way that is best for the league to continue to thrive and grow, because long term, that is what is best for the players. The league cannot overgive to the players because they're going to lose the PR battle, and then that sets the league up for failure in the future. Who wants that? We don't want that, right? We want it to actually thrive, but a lot of change is going to need to be made. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out the video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it as always. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.